26 years ago, the world was introduced to the greatest adventurer of all time.
Hey guys, this is Nathan, and we're going to talk about Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Now, we all rode this ride probably, and we all probably like this ride. But we never really thought about the background of this ride. How did it become? Well, this is what this video was supposed to be for, to teach you guys how this ride came into the idea of Disney and was turned into such a great ride that everybody loves. During the 1980s, or somewhere around there, one of the top movie producers, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, combined forces to make the greatest movie series the world has ever known, and which was the Indiana Jones movie series. This became very popular after its first release, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark, and it was well known all around the world, even all the way to Japan probably. But although this was a smashing hit with everybody around the world, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg agreed to never make another Indiana Jones movie. And if they were to, which they highly doubt it, the last movie they would make wouldn't have that much heart or compassion put into it. This discouraged a lot of fans from never hearing or even seeing another Indiana Jones movie ever again. But during the 1990s, the Disney Corporation thought they needed to make new rides. Rides that get more guests into the park, and they did that by revisiting their past. And since Indiana Jones was still in the groove during the 1990s, Disney Corporation went to George Lucas and Steven Spielberg for the copyright laws for their new rides. After meeting with these two famous movie producers, they soon got the copyright laws. And matter of fact, George Lucas was actually happy that Disney actually went to him to actually get these copyright laws. And he actually said that he'd rather have Disney other than any other corporation to have his movies incorporated with their rides. After getting the copyright laws from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, they soon decided that they needed to go quickly to work in trying to make the greatest ride for such a great movie. After hard work and determination, they finally made Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This ride led you to a lot of steep corridors, really steep and creepy spins and turns, and actually was the top, I really mean top innovation of its time. Now, a story behind this ride is that Indiana Jones found a map to a lost temple in somewhere around India that was the home of the goddess Mara, who can lead you through three paths: the path to unlimited wealth, the path to unlimited youth, and the path to seek the future. But of course, Indiana Jones was summoned back to the temple because Saul has been getting complaints that some of the tourist relatives have gone missing. And of course, Indiana Jones went inside the temple to find their lost relatives. But he never came back, and after a few weeks of waiting, Saul was getting worried. Of course, he summons you to go back in the temple and find out what happened to poor Indiana Jones and the lost tourist. After Indiana Jones and Temple of the Forbidden Eye opened, this became one of the top Disney rides ever to be constructed by Disney. And to some others, especially the Disney fans, was actually the best and great innovations of Disney's triumph. But they're wrong. In 2008, another movie in the Indiana Jones series was about to be made. Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Crystal Skull was released in 2008. This sparked a lot of fanboyism and made a lot of Indiana Jones fans praise George Lucas and Steven Spielberg for making another movie. Although this movie wasn't as what fans expected, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas said that this was one of their final and greatest movie they ever made. Well, thank you guys for listening, and please rate, comment, and even subscribe. Until next time, see you later.